True crime, a terrible sight. Got some books from my father. Of course, I was only limited of what I could take of his, but I mean, I remember finding these books long ago, and always had respect to take them, due to the fact that he didn't need them or read them anymore, but these are more pictured books than reading. Of course, they got writing at the bottom of the picture. You can't really see it. But it's definitely like Italian or something. I am going to go through the books due to the fact they're from the 1800s. This one was actually made in 1885. And I believe these are reprints, which I'm sure they are, from the original. But I believe they're as close as you can get to the original. And of course, those didn't really go through it thoroughly, but caught this one picture of a monk, and very distinctively something popped up. A couple things. I mean, I did look up the original. And the original has some that I took a screenshot of, and it is marked, as I found some interesting stuff in the photo. Of course, the photo I have does not have what I'm thinking is the original, but it does have another sign of something, and it's not like the one I got off the internet, but it's something there, and it's something very goddamn interesting, I tell you. And of course, when I look through photos, I'm looking for goddamn ghosts. And now I don't know if these were originals of paintings, which I think they were, but of course, getting out there and remastered and everything, as we would call it today. What was that? Just some interesting things I found. As you can see here, not only did I find faces, you could probably see some faces like right over this monk's head. And there's another face, but it's not in this one, because this came out of my book that is in another one. And there's also some cloud that forms by the chin of this monk's face. And down below, I mean, that could be another finger sticking up right there, but of course, the way the picture is, back it up, looks like a twisted fingernail. Like a creature's fingernail. So that's the first thing I saw when I looked into this picture. You look at a distance, it looks like a creature's nail sticking up, deformed, or a deformed finger. Of course, back in the day, it wouldn't be surprising that something would happen and you get deformed by, accidental stuff. Of course, back then there wasn't nothing, not a knowledge to fix things, of course. But then you gotta think about the evil that does possess one inside, being back then. But, here's the single shot of the face. As you can see right here. But when I look this name up, there's also a single shot. As you can see over here, what I have circled in black looks like a shoulder, neck, head of woman of some sort, face. But that is not in the original one, or even if it is an original one that I caught on the web and screenshotted. But I looked in that one and this face wasn't in there. But as you can clearly see, there's a face, body, and a neck. So, and that's in the picture that I have. Here's a single shot. And like I say, I'll be showing you the other one. Of course, yeah, now it's starting to look like a finger, but just kind of look like a demon's claw of some sort, evil. Now that I get a finger out of it, it could be, but yet the face you cannot disclose. Of course, here's the one I got off the internet. And as you can clearly see, a foggy, shadowy coming off the face. And then you got this face. Looks like an eye with demon teeth, half a face, chin, and an ear that sticks with a point. If you got an eye to notice it. Of course, that is not in my picture, but that's what I'm seeing in this one. And see the nose is like a cyclops almost. So, but I wonder if it's a cyclops, but yet a face with just half of it shown, and you know how things disappear. Strange looking formalities that happen. But I got a lot more books to go through. And don't get me wrong, because there is a lot of pictures that look like that do come from the time of Christ. And I'll tell you, man, that even the Last Supper, you know, the way that picture is, and I have one of the original prints that my father gave me. Of course, one of the family members, pure straight up dipshit, ruined it. Put a hole in the frickin' thing, but yeah, there is a, I did go over that picture, and when I told my father about it, he mentioned the fact that have you ever noticed that the Last Supper has 13 men, or 13 people, because one of them ain't even disclosed as a man. It's a strange thing that goes on through photos in time, boy. And whatever Da Vinci was trying to catch in that photo, man, I tell you, it was insane. I don't know if these are Da Vinci's work, but As you can see what I'm finding in them. Like I said, I got maybe 6 books, 5 books, and the pictures I started, it's just this first book I started glimpsing through it, and it just the way the looks of it, I started getting them weird vibes, because that's right, don't know what you're gonna find in these old pictures, especially the one in the Last Supper I did. Because, if you look at that picture and go over it, one's got to sit there and wonder why there's not much food on the table, and why there's a man there, if you're going to have a Last Supper of bread, why is there a guy with a cloak, a dagger, hiding behind his back? Just things I sit there and think about and wonder. It's like, I think pictures of the past bring a dark message. And people don't look into it that much or in that way, because, of course, they're looking at what they've been told about all their life. This is a picture of God, Mother Mary. This is Christ. This is, the Father of good. But yet there's hidden evil things in these pictures that no one knows about. And people should think twice before they, just think it's all about good. I mean, it makes me curious. And that's what led me to these pictures when I was first, exposed to them as a kid. And I would sit there and think and wonder, why in the hell? Just curiosity, never asked. Up until I started doing my own research. Sit there and think, what the hell kind of pitch is this? Like, say, so the Last Supper. What kind of supper is this? It's like, wow, man. All these people there. They're making all these funny faces. But yet, and there's not much to go on the table to eat. And when you look at the friggin' story of God, or Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Who the hell let the man get whipped to death? Sit there and die for your sins. I mean, Jesus. You want to talk about a good person, divine, but yet the most evilest, harsh thing was done to the man. I said, what the fuck? You gotta be kidding me. It's a weird world we live in, especially deciphering the book of Christ, pictures of the divine mortality of what used to be. So I'm going to dig deep into these pictures. Hell, I'm bringing out a magnifying glass for these things. See whatever little nook and cranny I can see. And like I say, that finger caught my attention like a little hangnail or demon nail sticking up. But yeah, the more I look at it, it could be another finger, but a very tiny, small finger. Strange looking, isn't it? Yeah. That's where the painting is. And then you got the lady over here. I mean, just to think, you sit there and you can think, what are they thinking about? I want to think what they're thinking about. But, only the question will lie within the person who created it themselves. And I'll tell you, I don't care what anybody says. These old paintings or drawings or whatever the case may be that comes out from the past always Reminds me of something sinister. So I thought I'd share that tonight. I'm going to be going through these books sometime in the future. Whatever I bring up single-handedly, gonna bring that out too, but yep, thought I'd just share this tonight. Because it's, like I say, you got this one, strange faces that lie within I have another painting up of a staircase where it looked like there's a hand, and I forget the name of it, but it was another very bizarre old painting, and it looked like another hand was grabbing on the railing, and it was very demented to me, boy. Something about these old pictures, portraits, hide secrets, and I'm not surprised that they're evil. Till the next video, be safe, take care, always beware, and always believe. Whatever was caught back in the day, I tell you. Yeah, that's right. See that face in there? That's right. Believe. Back then you couldn't Photoshop stuff like this. Remember that. Photoshopping. Out.